Jack Mike Gans podcast episode. Who gives a flying fuck?
Episode 4 something, 5 something,
4
6 something.
Joining me this week is Josh. We were planning on having a guest, but then he decided that getting a blowjob underneath the table was a bad idea, and he bailed.
He got lockjaw.
Well, no. Well, we don't have to talk about our guest Destiny like that, Josh. Okay.
No, but just the way you said it, though, it's like, oh, you try to getting a blowjob under the table, and I'm like, yeah, it's better.
Yeah, he
did the blowjob under the table.
Yeah. Clearly, he was giving Nick Fuentes a blowjob. You heard about that shit, right?
Who?
Destiny was giving Nick Fuentes, a known neo-Nazi, a blowjob.
Oh.
Apparently, they're a couple.
Huh.
Who knew?
Who
knew? Let me say, I'm very excited to know that love can triumph at all boundaries. And the only reason we know this is because Destiny had a sex tape released.
Really?
Yes.
And you're saying tell you the truth, saying all these names, and I'm agreeing with you. Uh-huh. But really, I'm like, I don't know who they are.
I don't care. Well, Destiny is like the most popular political streamer on Twitch, so of course you know who he is.
Oh, yeah. Actually, I only follow streamers that I actively follow already on Twitch.
I only actively follow my friends.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, I follow Vinesauce. I follow who else do I follow? I follow like Vinny Vinesauce and Varg Skeletor and some friends, Salty Bet, some game developers.
Everybody follows Salty Bet because Salty Bet's the best.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, is Salty Bet actually off? No, they're still there. I was like, how are they offline? I'm like, never mind.
Salty Bet will go offline, and then randomly I'll be looking at my email, and they'll be like, Salty Bet's back online. And I'm like, what? What?
I mean, the only other times I've seen Salty Bet have to go down was simply because a fight is glitched, and it just can't move past this glitch fight, and everyone's like, ah!
Man, I would spend so many meetings just doing like Salty Bets.
I remember, like, when I was, especially in college, where I told people about Salty Bets, and I was then looking over people's shoulders and going like, "Are you playing Salty Bets right now?" And they're like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Who's winning?
Who's in this fight?"
Yeah, who's in this fight? Well, this character sucks ass, and all he does is a grab once in a week. And this character also sucks ass, but he does combos. Oh. So who is guy do combos winning? No, guy who sucks ass and grabs is winning.
You know, and that's the stuff I missed from like the second go around for college is like that didn't exist. People were like, "Oh man, we could talk about Salty Back, but instead we're going to talk about gender," and you just be like, "I hate life. I legitimately hate. I'm in pain. Dear God, end this for me."
You just got to find that circle that. You know.
Oh, I was making it.
I see.
I was like, have you guys? Do you guys want to play? Do you guys want to play Salty Bets? And then by the end, I was like, it's there. And then COVID happened, and it was just like, God damn it, God fucking damn it.
Now all there is Salty Bets.
Now all I have is the saltiest of bets.
Just the saltiest of bets.
Yeah.
Although they changed the structure of that forever ago, and now it's like semi-balanced to a point of like you won't get the most absolutely absurd random battles like they used to. I remember, like, especially when it comes to the low tier stuff, it was like some characters you can tell this is better. It's not supposed to be in low tier, but he is for some reason. And then it's fighting against other garbage. You're like, oh, good luck.
Daily reminder that Omega Tiger Woods, our Lord and Savior Omega
He's actually not that good anymore, surprisingly. There's other better fighters now, and I'm like, oh, that's insane.
There was also Ronald McDonald.
Oh, Ronald McDonald is like surprisingly top tier.
Yeah.
Same as Venom. Actually, Venom. No matter what iteration of Venom you make Venom, he's still ungodly broken.
Yeah,
like it's so crazy.
Because they're like, yeah, he's just he's a symbiote. What does he do? Don't worry about it.
The funny thing is that his moveset is just so unique to that character and what in the moveset and what it does. Mm-hmm. It's just that no matter what you do to this character, it's fucking broken as shit because his moves are just broken as shit in general. Mm. So it's just, yeah. So, banned forever.
Banned Venom. Well, now we have to talk about other fun things instead of salty pets.
Oh.
We have to talk about tariffs.
Oh, yep.
There's a 25% tariff coming.
What's it? The Great Depression 2 Electric Boogaloo coming?
Yeah, no, probably not.
Like, I have a feeling, like I said before, I think I said this in the chat as well. It's like, oh, Orange Man make threat, probably not going to go through with it.
Orange Man make lies again is what you said.
Yes, Orange Man make lies again.
It doesn't matter what he says. What matters is that, like, he scared our incompetent leader enough in order to fly down to Mar-a-Lago, wasting more Canadian tax dollars, which I don't think that we talked about recently, is that he in a desperate bid in order to improve his standing among everyone, of which everyone hates him.
Uh-huh.
Because the majority of polls say that, like, the Conservatives are just going to win. And then it's also like the majority of polls are also saying the NDP are going to be second.
Yeah.
And it's like, is it close between the two of them? No. No, not even close.
No, not at all.
No, it's like the Conservatives have like 60% of the vote, and I think the NDP have like 20, and then the Liberals are like 15, and the rest of the 5 is like spread out between the other parties. So of course, Bloc Quebec Blah, which are the best party, I must say, are third. But like, it's funny because he's like, we're gonna give $250 to Canadians. And it's like,
and then, but the weird stipulations behind it's like, this doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah, you're like, if you buy food, if you go out, there's going to be you're not going to get charged GST, and it's like, okay, cool.
I love the meme image that I saw with this. It was the Trudeau wearing dude bro hat and having a monster in one of his hands, and then the text on the bottom saying, I know it's important for my fellow dude bros to buy their PS5 Pros.
Well, it's like of course, it's like we live in this time right now where we live in this cyberpunk dystopian future where everything sucks,
but we don't have the robot arms.
Yeah, everything sucks. And the government is completely incompetent. And this is the guy that we sent to Mar-a-Lago to go kiss Donald Trump's pinky ring.
Hopefully it was only the pinky ring.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, I if it was any other leader, I would say there's a high likelihood that we're not going to get tariffed.
Yeah.
Although,
like I also had a hypothesis of that Trump says dumb thing. Trump will try to go through with said dumb thing, but then there's so many people around him that they'll just keep yelling at him over and over, fucking don't do this. And then finally you just get annoyed and go, fine, don't do it. God. Sure. And then he just walks away and he does another thing stupid.
Yeah. Sure.
So it's just, yeah, like I think that's kind of like, sure, he might get one or two stupid things through, but then there's still a lot of force in front of him he's can't pushing through. So
so here's my prediction of what happens is that there will be a 25% tariff implemented on Canadian goods. The reasoning for that will be the same reasons as before, where it's like you guys didn't fulfill what you guys said you were going to do, blah. And it will just be like something where it's like, okay, cool. Is there any ways that this can be reversed? No. Okay. Whatever. Like, because I guess the main thing is like he wants to. I don't know. I have like mediocre opinions right now where it's probably going to be fine for us in Alberta. The rest of the country is probably going to struggle.
Yeah.
But who the fuck cares?
The only two places I can think of that are like, man, it's probably going to be even worse. It's like Newfoundland and then maybe like the Ontario area.
Ontario. But the thing is Ontario has the places that will probably suffer.
Yeah.
Are honestly probably going to be Quebec and BC.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
BC's
maybe Winnipeg.
BC's such a nice hellhole.
BC's so massive.
Such a beautiful hellhole.
The greatest thing I ever saw from the BC subreddit was it took 2 weeks in order for us to count an election. There's clearly something going on here. And then in the same subreddit, it's like it took 2 weeks for us in order to count an election. There's clearly nothing going wrong here. It's like, huh. But yeah, no. It's going to impact PC parts, everything like that. Yeah.
That's my feeling.
Yeah. Yeah. It's going to be good. We're going to have to wait and see. I don't know. Trump winning has literally just been worth watching a bunch of people freak out and then run to Blue Sky and cry. And then Blue Sky keeps becoming a holy shit. Like this is becoming worse and worse and worse. And then you hear reports and you're like, oh, it's literally 2017 Twitter all over again, eh? Man, I'm so glad I'm not there.
Again, it depends on your bubble that the people that you're paying attention to, because so far the last bubble I had is kind of the same
you.
Bubble.
Still literally just you. That's all I've been following is just you. Because I'm like, I will say this. There is one person who I followed, and then he pissed me off because he was like the game industry is laying off a bunch of people. Clearly, this is the conservatives doing it. I'm like, you're a fucking retard. How fucking dare you? Like, this is incredibly offensive. Like, you should be taken aside and smacked for that comment. And then he was like, my car's broken. I don't know how to fix it. So I responded, last and wrenching, and I got instantly blocked. Felt the greatest day of my life. Was so happy. Me being a little shit. Who gave a shit? Probably shouldn't be celebrating about that. But yeah, no, I literally only follow you on there because like you're the only person who actually is. You and Shane, former podcast host,
yeah,
are the only people who have semi-tolerable opinions that I can tolerate. Where it's like, oh, I actively don't hate you, and you're not actively going, man, somebody died. Let's dance on their grave.
No, I'm more of like, I don't know. I just retweet like a motherfucker usually. Yeah. Something that's at least interesting. And other than that, that's about it.
I will say this. You have some of the most interesting art choices. And then randomly I will be scrolling through your feed and there will be tits and I'll be like, nice.
Nice. And tits.
Yeah. Whereas like Twitter has become for me, it's like I go there and it's like some retard being like, we should do this to children. And I'm like, no. Or my personal favorite of this faction in this game is actually no, shut up. How dare you?
I was gonna say what's switching, like using Blue Sky more often. There's just more if you want more settings, there's more settings, and there's also features in Blue Sky that makes me go, well, fuck you, this is not on Twitter. And I'm like, there's just better things on here.
Yeah, there's more content moderation. There's more like you can actually personalize your feed a lot more, and it's just like,
yeah, is way better.
It's for people who want that. It's great. I don't want that. Like, I just don't. Sorry.
Yeah.
Like I enjoy being able to go on Twitter and call somebody a pants on head stupid moron. And then going on Blue Sky and then finding out like 10 months later that I actually hurt them to the point of where they cried. Like, I enjoy being able to do that. It's fun.
Well, it's not 10. I mean, I don't know how to get 10 months out of however long it's been out for.
It's been out for over a year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you been on Blue Sky for over a fast period of time? Or
I have been on Blue Sky for over a year.
Okay.
I was on Blue Sky before it was cool. I literally went on it. I was like, oh, this is going to be great. And this is going to be fun. It's new Twitter. And then like I literally like saw some of the things that were going on it then. And I was like, I hate it here. And went back to yelling at retards on Twitter. It was great.
I mean, I think the one thing I kind of did, it's just the move that they decided to do on Twitter was you cannot opt out of AI training at all. And also when you block someone, it's not blocking someone.
You can, enable Stiver or something.
Again, it's like you're blocking someone, you're just closing the door.
Yeah.
No, you're slamming shut the window, but they can still see through. And it's like, that's not what that's supposed to do.
Yeah.
That's not what that's supposed to do. But
I will say this. Those are two very valid complaints.
Yeah.
So I don't care.
I know you don't care, but it's like, hey, there's a reason why blocking is called blocking.
Let me put it like this. I have been blocked for more. How do I put this?
Smaller, stupider things.
Yeah, like I have been blocked because because somebody was like, nobody gives a shit about your models, and I'm like, I never suggested nobody did give a shit about my models. Are you a member of the hobby? Do you actually care? And they're like, nobody, and I'm like, post a picture of your miniature collection. And I got nothing. And then I'm like, no, seriously, post a picture of your miniature collection. So I posted my Battletech collection. I was like, these are the people, like, I pay money for this game. You should listen to me. And then I was blocked. I got blocked by Catalyst Game Labs because I said, so somebody is saying they're suggesting to walk around a con with a gun. And you guys are doing nothing and enabling this. Mm-hmm. Mind you, I like Catalyst a lot. I think that I like Battletech a lot. Catalyst as a company could be a lot better. And they sat there and they were like, no, block. And I'm like, so by that logic, you think somebody should walk around in a con with a gun, and you have no issue with that, even though that would be a mass shooter event immediately. Like
I think I would. Well, yes, but also think security would take that person out first.
Yeah. And it's like the thing I think that is very important is like, in this day and age where people are fucking pants on head stupid.
Uh-huh.
I can understand the sentiment of like, yeah, block is just closing the screen door. You're not going to see this person anymore. But that feature already existed. It was called muting. And that should have been the main feature. If Elon was like, yeah, we're just switching blocking to muting. So like if you're going to be an idiot, we're not going to let you like block a person outright.
Mm-hmm.
But like, if they wanted to do like the right thing, they would have said, if you're being an idiot, we're not going to let you like block a person outright because we don't think that's okay. But if you report them and we find the report is valid, then we're going to allow you to block them fully. That would have been a cooler thing to do. Because there are some legitimate scenarios where I have seen people literally be harassed on Twitter. And and it was always like, it's always either one of those two groups of the extreme people where they're like, no, it's my way or the fucking highway, and how dare you fucking have these opinions and I'm always right. And it's like, bro, chill, shut the fuck up. Like, nobody
yeah. I mean, I don't know. I feel that either you dig too much or I'm just very surface level. I
dig too much.
Okay, like, one of these things is happening, and I'm like, what? So I'm like, you probably dig way too much into certain things, and you probably shouldn't.
Yeah.
Because, like, this is probably your why the half of your turmoil happens. It's either because you dig too much, or you just don't know when to step away. What it feels like.
I enjoy kicking puppies while they're down.
I see.
Yeah, it's the thing I find is like, I find when I'm dealing with people online, it's easier to be a moron and an asshole. And the fact of the matter is that like, I try to be a nice person. But if you're somebody who's going to be an asshole, I do not have, my filter just goes away. I don't care. And I think that Blue Sky really favors people who are, in my personal opinion, overtly sensitive. And like, it's okay to be overtly sensitive, but you have to understand that society's not going to cater to you. And I agree with you when you're like, yeah, Blue Sky has better moderation, better tools and stuff like that. That's fine. But like, it says something when Jack Dorsey, who literally made Blue Sky, went back to Twitter or X and said, yeah, it's better here. Like, yeah. Anyways, we should probably change topics. I'm sorry for being an idiot and retard again, as usual. Josh, have you played a game this week?
I have to double check my Steam to see if I have. I was gonna play Blazing Chrome because it looks like a exact copy duplicate of Contra. And I installed it and I forgot to play it.
Speaking of which, I have to buy my joke game.
Which joke game is that?
Don't worry about it.
Oh yes, I think I know which one.
Damn it! Now I can't. Now I'm like, I should buy this for him. But now I'm like, no.
Here's the thing: is like, even if you did purchase it for me and send it my way, I'm not sure if I'm ever going to play it because A, it's a time sink, and B, like it's gonna be like I play it for maybe an hour and a half, and then go, there's like nothing here.
It's gonna be, we're gonna get a review, and Josh is gonna go, I played Suicide Squad, and everyone's gonna go,
there's nothing here.
Everyone's gonna be like, Josh actually likes Suicide Squad. Man, that game's terrible. I fucking hate it. Oh,
it's like, I play Suicide Squad. Oh, do you like it? No, it's more annoying. It's so annoying.
I'll just buy him. Don't worry, guys. I'll just buy him some random porn game.
Just look at my friends list, or not my friends list. It's a wish list.
I'll just get him the one where it's like, you fucking capture monsters. Do you fuck them? Yes.
Yep, one of those random ones.
Do you fuck them? Yes.
You captured the monster. Do you have sex with them? Like, of course you do.
Oh, absolutely. 100%, bud.
Oh, actually, I can tell you this. I've been going through my wish list and actually getting rid of some certain titles and stuff like that and making it trimmed to some degree.
I bought Shadow Mortar.
You bought again?
Yeah. It's Christmas.
Oh.
I was like, yeah, that's what I did.
How cheap is that now? I'm sure that's like $10 to $5 right now.
I don't know, but it's one of the best Lord of the Rings games ever made.
Yeah. I know every other time I look at it, I should play it. I just keep forgetting.
I beat it, and the way I beat it was literally I captured. So there's this ability called Dominate, and you can dominate everybody. So you can be the mommy dominator.
Oh.
So you can dominate like all of the orcs. So all of the orcs were dominated by me.
Huh.
And so it got to the point where eventually, like, I just was like, you know what? Like, I'm just going to basically control all of the orcs and stuff like that. Because the main point of that game is literally like you're supposed to die to an orc so many times that basically that orc becomes your nemesis.
Yeah.
So what I did was because I dominated all of the orcs, my nemesis literally was dominated by me. So Sauron goes like, so at the end of the game, you face off against your nemesis. So I was like, okay, who's my nemesis? So it's the orc that comes out. The orc's already dominated. So literally was cutscene, dead. It's like, oh, okay.
Oh.
And then, but like, yeah, that game's great. I love it. I want to play Shadow of War, which is the sequel. I should probably play that. But yeah, what game you didn't play any games this week?
No, well, I was gonna say I've been playing the trimming my wish list game, which and I can tell you right now, the gameplay is stale, and you going, and it's really just you going through your list and just going, oh yeah, I remember this. Yeah, I remember this. Okay, well, how did this get updated or anything? Oh, it did. That's cool. Oh, hey, there's a bunch of titles here that are just gone. Like, it doesn't give you what was there. It just says it doesn't exist, and you're like, what? What title was this? Why is it gone? I couldn't tell you because even in my wish list, if you were to like, well, not I kind of trimmed them out already, but like if you were to I bet in your wish, like if you have extensive wish lists and you go back to look at like certain titles go back to look in your wish list, there's a few of them that just simply disappear, and I couldn't tell you why that happens, or unless the reason why they disappear is because I already bought them, and so therefore they're not deleted off my list, but I bought them, so they're not there. But I don't think that's what happened. I think they're just straight up delisted.
I'm a little bit disappointed in certain people because I'm trying to find out what games I bought recently because I'm like kind of curious.
Yeah.
One of them is like literally I'm scrolling through and somebody's like, I literally just bought Master Chief Collection. Is like, what the fuck is wrong with you, you fucking piece of shit? How could you do this? You monster.
I just bought the Master Chief Collection.
I just bought this video game.
I'm gonna have fun.
Yeah. Apparently I played 58 games. My longest streak was 13. Oh god. Percentage playing times you had that were new releases in 29%. Wow. Oh jeez.
Oh.
I played too much Halo Infinite. Oh god. Tabletop Simulator. Oh god.
Oh god.
Armored Core Fires of Rubicon. First time we played was in August. Because I beat that game last year, I thought. This is wrong year in review. Cool. Yeah. I'm trying to figure out what games I bought. God damn it. No, I bought games. I actually bought games. There was some good games. I bought okay. So this is going to be really hard because I bought 2 games and 2 separate things. So let's look. There it is. Okay. So I bought new video games that we were going to talk about. I bought Alex Jones NWO Wars because I found it hilarious.
Okay.
Red Dead Redemption 1.
Okay.
Which comes with Undead Nightmare. A furry sex game called Antilus.
Oh.
Oh, wait, hold on. That's not the furry sex game.
That's not the furry. It's close. It's not quite.
Are you sure? It involves furries. I assume it has sex in it.
No sex. It's actually one of those, this game is actually really good. It's just it has some weird themings of sex on top of it.
Enter the world of a single-player online RPG where you can fight against friends in a surreal world. Oh, so this isn't like Subverse. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, now I'm slightly disappointed, and I should probably return it. That's a joke. That's a fucking joke.
I was gonna say, I'm like, really? I was like, really?
Are you positive, Jeff? Or are you just coming out of the closet? Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure, Jeff? Or are you just coming out of the closet? Because coming out of the closet is okay. We all understand. We all fap to furries too.
I mean, you can fucking jerk it to weird stuff, man.
Yeah. Everyone does it.
It's just weird shit.
Josh masturbates ponies.
No, I don't.
I'm sorry.
No, I don't. How dare you?
How could you do this to me?
I jerk it to monster chicks, okay?
Look, some of those. Look, when a succubus comes up to you, they're pretty hot. Like, I'm just not gonna lie. I mean, they're pretty hot. I just gotta be honest, man.
The monster chicks will come towards me. I start running towards a monster chick, and the monster chick goes, "Wait, he's not afraid." Uh-oh.
Look. When that slime girl comes up to you and she just removes her top, and it's like, oh.
No, she doesn't have to remove anything. She's made of slime.
Oh. Yeah, and then you just see your dick inside of her. It's the hottest thing I've ever seen.
Again, people jerk it to weird things.
I'm enjoying this I'm enjoying this chaos that I've caused. It's so great. It's so great. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm trying to find a joke because I sent it to Ben. There was a joke about it was the choice between who would you rather date, Mystique or Domino from Deadpool 2.
Yeah.
And it's like both. I would take both. I date them both. It's the greatest combination ever. But back to the topic of games that I bought on Steam. I bought sexy vampire game known as Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. Deus Ex. Which includes Deus Ex The Fall, Deus Ex Human Revolution, Director's Cut, Deus Ex Mankind Divided, which I guess I owned. So I believe I now own. Hold on, let me check. Deus Ex Human Revolution, Deus Ex Human Revolution, Deus Ex Mankind Divided. New DLC for Mankind Divided has been... Yeah, so I believe I own Mankind Divided, which is the first game? No, it's the second one in this series. But yeah, Deus Ex is a pretty good game, and I kind of want to play it. And then I also bought Slime Rancher.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. Yeah.
I did get to a point with that game where I was like, I figured out the loop, and I was like, I'm not happy with this said loop, because kind of feels like I'm heading towards not the brick wall, but like, oh, I gotta do this loop again and again and again and again and again and again and again. I'm like, there's not enough difference here to make me want to keep going. But it's still great. I just think if you're gonna play that game, I think it's like more of a can you do multiplayer in it? Yeah, I think multiplayer would be fantastic for that.
And then I had playthrough. Then I got Hitman World of Assassination Part 1. And then I also grabbed the Tomb Raider Definitive Survival Trilogy, which I guess I already owned because it contains Shadow of the Tomb Raider Definitive Edition Upgrade.
Ooh.
Which I guess I owned.
Ooh.
And Tomb Raider. I don't know. I own a lot of games that I never thought I got, and I have no idea how I own them. So,
yep. There is actually a lot of them kind of turn into what was it, the game of the not game of the year, gold editions, or oh, this is the best edition of the game. It has all the DLC or whatever because they put it on for free.
Yeah.
Like they slowly turn into those. So when you look over your list, you're like, how did I get this gold edition? Like,
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, like, here's the thing, right? Is like, I'm probably gonna finish up the second playthrough of Armored Core, because I'm at the point where I'm like, I kind of want to play something a little newer. So I'm probably gonna play through Armored Core again. And I'm probably gonna play like I basically am like at the point where I'm like, I finished Crisis, I'm done. I don't ever have to think about the nanosuit ever again. Thank God. Which I will say that game, the third one is, how do I put this? Crisis has a really bad loop for story.
Right.
Because the loop, every single game has literally, you're fighting humans for the first part of the game, and then eventually you end up fighting the Seth, and that becomes the least fun part of the game. So the first part, really good, really awesome, really good, like, kind of Deus Ex-y, kind of like Mankind Divided kind of environments, where you're kind of like this apex predator. And then you get into the third back half of the game, and it's like, you're outgunned, you're fucking really dangerous, but you're outgunned, and it's very unlikely that you're going to survive. And it's like, the third one definitely is the best at kind of merging those two realities together. But every single piece of the Seth storyline doesn't make sense. So, yeah. I will say, but are we done talking about Steam and stuff like that? Steam sale?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'm trying to, like, I'm looking at the Steam sale, and it's more or less of like, well, I could get these titles now, but I'm like, if I just wait like a little bit longer, I'm sure they'd be even cheaper.
I'm
so
sure
it's like,
Jeff's just going to break down and buy me Baldur's Gate 3, so he has somebody to play Baldur's Gate with.
Oh boy.
I'm sure he's just going to eventually just go insane and then just buy me Baldur's Gate 3.
I'm sure he'll just wakes up in the middle of the night, sits straight up in his bed and go, I gotta buy Josh Baldur's Gate 3 right then and there.
How did you know? Yeah, so anyways, like I finished Crisis 3.
Now, which Crisis is this one?
It's the third game.
So that's you were partying on a boat?
No.
And, oh, darn it.
So Crisis...
That's not the... Crisis 1...
Crisis 1 is you're on an island.
Okay.
Crisis 2 is New York.
Oh.
Crisis 3 is New York after 20 years after the fucking apocalypse happened.
Okay, yeah. So yeah.
So it's a weird mishmash of the two. Basically the story is as such from all three games is the first part of the series is Linshan, which is an island excavator team. You're there to recover a bunch of American archaeologists who discovered something they feel is an ancient artifact. Turns out to be the Seth. The Seth come, basically destroy most of the island, and then basically annihilate an entire U.S. fleet. Prophet, who is your mission commander, basically goes rogue. And you and Psycho, who are the last two remaining nanosuits of a squad of 5, basically go back and go their separate ways and basically go into civilian life with nanosuits.
Oh.
Crisis 2, you're Alcatraz. You're sent to recover Prophet, who is in New York. We have no idea why Prophet's in New York. No idea what's going on. The Seth basically destroy the sub that you were riding in. Prophet finds you. He's infected with a virus that the Seth created in order to, as one of the game's antagonists basically puts it, wipe out humanity, eat them, and then convert them into like nutrition, I guess.
Yum.
This is the one where the Seth in this game look dramatically different from the Seth in the first game. The Seth of the first game were basically like floating alienoids who didn't have legs. They weren't squids. The Seth in this game are basically squids in like battle suits. So in Crisis 2, the squids of battle suits basically are partway through the game, the squids of battle suits start taking over the city, and it's this really cool, interesting thing. And that game is awesome. I love it. But there's a very distinct disconnect where most of the game you're fighting Cell, who's the creators of the nanosuit. The game ends with basically Alcatraz and Prophet merging together, becoming one being known as Prophet, and Alcatraz is no more. Crisis 3 takes place, I believe, 20 years after 10 years. It's some time after New York. Cell basically has taken over the planet. The Seth have gone underground. Basically, New York is covered in a dome.
And in the meantime, you're doing those crisis things that I remember is you're in a suit, you're jumping on fools, you're throwing, you also get like you get power-ups or something like that, right?
No. You have 2 power-ups. You have 3 major power-ups, which is speed.
Okay.
So you're faster.
Speed, like
cloak,
strength.
Cloak.
Oh, and cloak, yeah.
Armor. You can punch somebody and throw them off a ledge. Yeah.
That's what I remember.
Yeah. There are upgrades to your abilities, but they come after like hunt 25 humans down, complete 25 stealth kills, do things that are really stupid. And it's like, okay. And then as that game progresses, basically the entire story is like you meet Michael. Michael's the one who basically Prophet got captured, which is amazing. Somehow he got captured.
Huh.
And basically because he got captured, Michael basically frees him. Michael's looking for somebody who basically removed the entire nanosuit from him. You meet his girlfriend, who is named Claire, and the other creator of the nanosuit. The other creator of the nanosuit basically was like, hey, we're going to basically sell our souls to the Seth in order to like basically sell out humanity. The purpose of the virus was basically to wipe out humanity so that the Seth could basically activate a wormhole and transport the battles, like the entire armada, to Earth and rip it for resources.
Cool.
You eventually realize the person who basically removed the nanosuit from Michael, or Psycho, was Michael's girlfriend. Michael goes ape shit, tries to save her, and then she dies.
But I mean, she ripped the nano shit off of you in the first place.
She ripped the nanosuit off of him, and he's like, how could you do this to me? This is so terrible. And then in the span of about a mission, he's like, Claire, I'm going to save you because I have to save you. And then Claire dies. He's like, I am so sorry, Claire. And she's like, it's like early 2000s. It's like 2010s video games. I was like, oh, thank God. This is great.
I can hear the shouting of Claire as like she's trying to do the evil shit, going, my God, how does he not get the clue here?
Yeah.
Like,
so and then it's basically the entire rest of the game is like, hey, deal with Seth, and they're the most interesting the Seth have ever been, because the Seth have always been kind of the worst part of the games. And I gotta be honest with you, I think that, like, out of the three of them, I think 3 is probably the most realized and most fleshed out one of them all. Because basically the entirety of the game is, use a bow, you fucking idiot. And it's like, oh, I never really thought about that. And the game's like, yes, we understand that you never thought about that, but you should use a bow, you fucking idiot. All in all, the game's pretty fun. Prophet goes back to Linshan. And basically it looks like as if Prophet never took off the nanosuit. And now basically the nanosuit is the skin.
Cool.
Yep. Crisis 3 is fucking wild. It's like post-human bullshit that does, where it's like, is Prophet human? And it's like, I am human. It's like, okay.
Look, you don't understand. We are Venom.
Yeah. Basically, the entirety of the game is like, imagine a Venom movie where Venom slowly basically became Eddie Brock over time. That is the entirety of Crisis.
Yep.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It's fun. Gameplay's great. I love the gameplay loop. I want to play more of it. I started playing Dragon Age afterwards. And the original Dragon Age. So I'm going to probably play through that, and I'm probably going to play through Armored Core again, because I never did game session 2 or 3. And I'm probably also going to play through the rest of another game. Because who the fuck cares?
Who the fuck cares?
Who the fuck cares? In other funny news, the Nintendo Switch passed Sony of the #1 best-selling console of all time.
I find that kind of nuts.
And then Sony literally a day later, Sony goes, just to confirm, we sold 160 units. And so somebody actually did the plot, and it's like, yeah, they're literally lying.
Oh, like actually did the math and go, wait,
Yeah.
are they correct?
Yeah, so like it looks like, you know, the graphs that came out after like the 2020 election.
Sure, yeah.
Okay, it looks like that. Yeah.
Turns out, big fat stinky liars.
Yeah, who knows, right?
Oh man.
Elon Musk threatened to start a game studio that only uses AI. The internet collectively freaked out, in which everybody who had used AI in game development went, yeah, I could see it.
It's like, well, I mean, it's like, yeah, sure, you can do that, but then you're gonna have some crazy garbage happen.
A lot of these people are like, oh, like, he's going to use AI for art, and it's like, no. What he's going to do is he's going to go hire an artist and be like, this is what I'm after. He's going to use AI to generate basically the concept art. And then he's going to go up to an artist who's a concept artist, and he goes, I like this, I don't like this, change it, make it look pretty. Cool.
I can see him also doing the other way with it and going exclusively AI. And everything's garbage.
If he did that, that would actually be fucking insane, because they have done that with AI, and it's the most batshit insane thing ever. Because you have people being like, how does this work? And they're like,
oh, ask the AI.
It's literally like the AI is hallucinating Minecraft. And so it's like, you pick up a block, you turn around, you turn back, the place where you removed a block is gone. And it's like, what? And then Elon. Oh, and then the same vein, Josh, you might like this topic. Elon threatens to buy Wizards of the Coast and Hasbro.
I've heard of this, and I frankly,
he just wants D&D. He just wants D&D.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's like, I'm not sure what he actively like. It looks like he wants Dungeons and Dragons, sure, but it's like, why do you want it? Because it's Dungeons and Dragons. Like, or you think it's another money hole, or I don't know, because a lot of that is just.
So, from what I'm gathering, basically what happened is, so it's been 50 years since the first edition of D&D.
Yeah.
Okay. Because it's been 50 years, Hasbro's basically like doing a big celebration because it's 5th edition. They basically are releasing 5.5, which removes racial bonuses and stuff like that. So like, your orcs are suddenly not stronger, elves are not more intelligent, dwarves are not more hardy, drows don't suddenly have racial bonuses in the dark, dragonborns don't have fire breath. So basically it's like, hey, you're basically you're playing as different colored humans.
Okay.
The other thing that happens is that Hasbro basically released a 50th anniversary compendium edition discussing the development of Dungeons and Dragons. And the lead writer of that compendium basically said, like, there is some unsavory language in this book, and it might not appeal to all audiences. Basically, like, you know, those stupid things where it was like, this program might feature sexual innuendo and shit, and might not be appropriate for all of it audiences. You know, that crap.
Yeah,
they basically did that to this book, and it's talking about the development of the first edition of Dungeons and Dragons, and very clearly calls out one or two of the main creators of Dungeons and Dragons, and very clearly is very much targeting these people who are dead who made Dungeons and Dragons. And it comes off as kind of like one of the things it comes off as is like, we don't agree with this person because they're from the 70s and they're like 60 years old and they're dead. So we're just going to stand on his grave and basically laugh. And it's like one of the most tone-deaf things in the world. And that's basically what I guess Elon found out about this and immediately just went off.
As you do.
Yeah. And he said, basically there was a conversation and he goes, how much for Hasbro? And it's like,
I don't know who would run it better, Elon Musk or fucking the actual people who own Hasbro in the first place. Because like right now Hasbro is bleeding money.
Well,
and the only thing is keeping him afloat is fucking Wizards of the Coast
and D&D
and D&D
and fucking Magic, which is sad.
Magic especially is keeping them afloat. Like that, I kind of wish Hasbro just died, just so maybe Wizards.
Capitalist's final boss is literally Hasbro and Disney.
Yeah.
So them dying would actually probably be a good thing.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Freaking all of the decisions that have been happening to fucking Wizards of the Coast, it just feels like they have to appease Papa Hasbro.
Yeah.
So it's like, my God.
Well, I agree with you.
Yeah. A lot of, like, let's say some of these ideas were probably in the pipeline, sure, but it's like a lot of the recent push in the past 5 years. It's like, oh, it's Papa Hasbro all the way through. Just all the way through.
It's this, like, here's the thing, is like, I'm going to say this is me just kind of saying something off the chart, off my hand. As somebody who likes Hasbro products, I like Transformers. Transformers is cool.
Yep.
I like playing the game of Magic the Gathering. I don't like playing the game of Magic the Gathering in person unless it's like at a table surrounded by friends and I'm allowed to be a fucking moron. I like D&D. I think D&D is fun. I think 5th edition, compared to some miniature war games and like some tabletop RPGs I have played recently, I would prefer, I don't want to say that I 100% prefer Dungeons and Dragons, but it's like in my top 5. I think 4th edition is better than 5th. And I think 3rd edition is probably going to be better than 5th.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, 5th edition is so much like, it's so easy to make a character. It's so easy to play the game. It's so easy to do all of these things with the game. And it's so, like, handholdy in terms of the way it's made. Whereas, like, my favorite game is Call of Cthulhu, because it's literally dealing with Cthulhu mythos. And that game is a lot more complicated. I prefer Iron Kingdoms over Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. And that the main reason why is because it takes 20 minutes in order to make a character. It takes 5 minutes to actually play the game. And it's in a setting I really love and enjoy. It's not generic fantasy. But everybody has their own opinion. And like I see some of the things that they're doing with Dungeons & Dragons, and it's just like, why?
Yep.
Why? And like I look at some of the things they're doing in Transformers, and it's like, but why though? Like,
cause
yeah, and it's like I'm sorry, like I have my robot fetish already with like Gundam and Gunpla.
Yeah,
I don't need more, but it's just
you don't need more crazy robot sex. No.
I don't need sexy femoid robots. Like, sorry, I don't. As Ben has started sending me robots in bikinis, and I'm like, no, why?
The thing that confuses me more is like, why would these robots even have a human figure at all? Because I'm like, I get it's more.
That's one of the things that Michael Bay movies actually did a really good job about.
Yeah, it's like, sure, they all probably, maybe they're bipedal, or maybe they're like, they have more than a couple limbs or something to help them do combat better or something. But at the same time, it's like them having sexy bodies of a human. It's like, no, that doesn't make any sense, because why would these fucking robots want to look like a human?
Yeah.
Like, oh, fuck. That. The thing that's something that kind of creeps up on Twitter. It's like someone, like an artist or someone was like, I made sexy robots based off of Transformers, and I'm like, okay, I get it, but
why?
yeah, it's like, I get it, it's sexy, but it's like, why would they have genitalia at all?
Don't worry, Josh, when we go on the public transport again, when we start hanging out again in person, this is what's going to happen. By the way, we should hang out.
Oh, we should
do something. I don't know.
Should
go fucking, I don't know. Go to West Ithaca again.
Should go to West Ed again.
Go to West Ed. Go to the comic book store again and ask about fucking illicit stickers.
That wasn't the comic book store. That was the coin and collecting.
Same thing.
Coin and stamp.
Same thing.
I'm just surprised that they had that there.
Ask us about our adult stickers.
Yeah. I'm like,
if
really?
if I ever go to that store again with another group of people, I am doing that, and I'm going to say, "Oh, guys, I have to go. By the way, I'll be outside for like 20 minutes. I have to take this call." And just walk away. And then when they come up to me and be like, "You fucking jerk," I'm going to be laughing my ass off.
And like, that's another dumb thing about the whole situation is like, didn't bother putting in an envelope, didn't bother putting in a bag that you can't see through, just shoved it in a clear bag. And I'm like, my God.
We're getting real loose, and I'm like, suddenly I put two and two together. I'm like, oh God.
They could have at the very least put it, like, got a piece of paper from their printer and then like folded it and then, okay, here you go, like that. All you need to do is that, and they didn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, my God. Just what a great experience that was.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah. I hope Elon Musk buys Hasbro.
Yeah.
I don't think Hasbro will be.
I want him to buy it, not know what the fuck he's doing with the company, and then it crashes into the earth. Just fucking imploded into the earth, and then hopefully out of the ashes, Wizards of the Coast is like, well, we're fine.
He buys it, nukes Hasbro into the ground, takes Transformers. Yep. Transformers is the only thing that somehow survives.
Yep.
All of a sudden, that's a new Wizards of the Coast IP, I guess.
Oh, frick.
I don't know, man. I feel really kind of sad.
Yeah.
Because it's like, man, I really want to be excited about a Transformer. I really want to be excited about like what Hasbro has. And like there's some of the things they do that's really exciting. Like when they did the new Optimus Prime and Ultra Magnus from RID, and Hasbro Pulse is really cool and shit. But like as a company and as a whole, it's like I couldn't give a rat's ass. I honestly, genuinely could not care. And like for D&D and stuff like that, it's like, man, I really want to support this company and be a part of this team and everything like that. And then it's just like, why am I doing this? Like, why am I playing this game when I can play something else that I have a lot more fun with? Like, I understand that people like me aren't exactly like the most important people in the world, but like at the same time, it's like I just want that again. I just want that crap again. I just want to have fun again. Please, for the love of God, let me have this. So that's mainly my thing, right?
Mm.
Yeah. And like it sucks for like people like you because it's like you really care about Magic, and all I hear from you is like, this game sucks.
I mean, here's the thing: like, you can play any format at any time, which is great because it's like, because Magic is such an open format or such an open way to play the game. It's like, you could just go into one of these separate things, and it's like, and you're kind of fine. For the most part. The only thing that I would say it kind of sucks for, I guess, for the longevity of Magic the Gathering, and the company is kind of slowly figuring that out, is like, how are we going to reprint these older cards but still yet make money somehow, because they're the most important thing. And with Secret Lair, it's kind of a step in the right direction of like keep injecting these older cards back into the new players to actually get the chance to get these cards and play with them and have fun with them. It's the only thing that sucks ass is that at first they were adjusting it and making it better for, normal people to get them. And now it has so much FOMO attached to it. It's like, you're never going to get what you want ever. So it's like, what's coming out? Cool shit. I'll never see that again.
Whoa.
Like there's so much FOMO attached to fucking Secret Lairs now. It's like, hopefully you get lucky. Hopefully you get into that stupid coded written, or no, especially the last Secret Lair that happened. People were skipping the checkout because they're copy and pasting code from someone figured out the code of how their checkout works. So all you had to do is copy and paste the code into your address bar, and then you skip the line immediately. And it was such a debacle. I think they closed early. Like, it was not good. Like, the whole thing was just like, people were trying to get in, and it turns out their timer was increasing over time, and it was like, no, that doesn't make any fucking sense. How is this happening? And it turns out people were just copying and pasting the link so they could jump the line and buy multiple copies of any Secret Lair they wanted, and which is also dumb. And it's just
I don't know anymore, like, what really is there left to really kind of say for Hasbro. Like, as a company, like, they kind of don't, like, okay. When I think of, like, toys that kids, like, still pick up and play with, I think of Legos. I legitimately only think of Legos. They're the only one. I don't think of like Transformers. That's mainly old guys. I think of Legos. I think of Fortnite, and that's about it.
Yeah.
And it's like it's just kind of at the point now where it's like, man, they kind of are the worst. They're just the worst. Because, like, when I was growing up, Transformers, they actually had pretty good media. Now you have media where Transformers are explaining to you the genders that they have. And Megatron's not a bad guy. It's like, huh.
I mean, you could do Megatron not a bad guy for a little bit, but it's like, I don't know about that. He's been pretty evil, pretty hardcore for the most part.
Why not do the entirety of Shattered Glass? Which is literally evil Optimus, good Megatron. That's
that probably you say shattered glass, and I'm like, why does that sound familiar about evil Megatron, like evil Optimus Prime? And I'm like, oh, because in Wizards of the Coast put out Transformer cards to go with with the Brothers War, and you can get the special purple variants of the Transformer cards, and they had the shattered glass look to them. Actually, it was super neat. But I was like, oh, why are these versions of the same card evil? I don't know, but they look cool.
Yeah. And it's like when I was growing up, like I remember kids, like you would buy a Transformer and you would get probably 1 or 2, and you had action figures and shit like that. It was great. But then like Bionicle was the big thing because Bionicles were cool. And very cool. And that's Lego. And then you have Mattel with Hot Wheels. And it's like, kids don't buy Hot Wheels anymore. I don't think they buy Hot Wheels anymore. That's mainly collectors. And it's like, maybe what we really need here is like, maybe what Hasbro really needs is they really just need to like make a good video game again. Because they have the entire code of all of the Transformers games that came out during the Xbox 360, and they could just re-release them, and nobody would care. Everyone would probably be excited as fuck.
Yep. Or hell, re-release the what was it called? Man, I'm trying to remember the title of this Transformer game for the 360 that was made by Platinum.
Transformers.
That War on Cybertron or something?
No. It was the one that came out after War for Cybertron, Fall of Cybertron failed.
Oh.
I like how Amazon is already like, hey, do you want to buy Transformers? And it's like, games. Transformers Earthrise Expedition. Transformers Devastation.
There we go.
For Xbox One. Which is the game that everybody should buy because it's literally the perfect Xbox game. Kind of sad that they don't have Fall of War for Cybertron's now abandonware. Maybe I should play that. Anyways, are we done for a podcast?
I think so.
Thank you, everyone, for listening to Black Mind Games podcast. You can listen to us every Thursday on blackmindgames.poppy.com. You can come us. You can talk to us, or you subscribe to us on your favorite podcasting app of choice. I'm a fucking retard. I'm so sorry. Thank you, Josh. Thank you. Thank you, myself. Thank you, listener. Have a good night. Bye.
Big spender, rolling the dice, stacking towers to the sky, no thought, no price. Every studio sold, bought for a dime, turned it on into assets, killing time. You think you're the savior, but you're just a thief, stealing dreams from creators, spreading grief. Big, oh big, what have you done? Swallowed the stars, blocked out the sun. Big, oh big, with your endless greed, you killed the magic, sowed the seed. A billion here, a billion there, crunch the numbers, who's to care? Game's gone hollow, just a game of stocks. Creatives chained, their vision locked, and Twitter's burning, smoke crunch the numbers, who's to care? Gaming's gone hollow, just a game of stocks. Creatives chained, their vision locked, and Twitter's burning, smoldering ash. You found a way to make it trash, a platform of chaos, a stage for the curse. Who knew it could even get worse? Big old pig, what have you done? Swallowed the stars, blocked out the sun. Big old pig, with your endless greed, you killed the magic, sowed the seed. Every franchise bled, every world consumed, innovation buried, joy entombed. But your yacht sails smooth, your vaults overflow, while the heart of our culture dies slow. We're left with the rubble, the ghosts of the past, a legacy crushed, how long will it last? You choke on the wealth, the gold you adore, but you can't take it with you through the next door. Your empire will fall, the castles you built, just houses of cards. The players, the makers, they'll rise again. From the ashes of your greed, a new era will begin. Big old pig, what have you done? Swallowed the stars, blocked out the sun. Big old pig, with your endless greed, you killed the magic, but the seed's still free.
And like be mad because like my car is like from 2012. My car I'm currently driving is from 2012, but I got a demonstrably better deal than you
Oh.
because I paid $1 for my car
Oh.
because it's my parents' old car.
Oh, I see.
So that's part of the reason why I got slammed with all this maintenance, is because they were like I took it to the mechanic. I'm like, yeah, there's this weird grinding that's coming from the brakes. It's like I think the rotors are rusty, and there's this weird fuck up on the front end. So they opened the car up and they're like, yeah, your serpentine belt's fucked. Yeah, your rotors all need to be replaced. Yeah, your brakes are dangerously low. And I was like, what? And they're like, yeah, like your car is like pretty fucked up. And I'm just sitting there being like, what do you mean it's like pretty fucked up? Like the car was well maintained. And then my parents come in and they're like, yeah, we never changed the brakes on the car.
God damn it.
And I'm like, what? And they're like,
good thing I'm recording this.
yeah, they're like, yeah, we never changed the brakes on the car. And I'm like, what? And then they're like, oh yeah, and our mechanic, like they said, like literally they said that the serpentine belt was fine. But they were always checking the console for the air conditioning unit because that's where they thought the noise was. And I was like, it makes this weird sound on the serpentine belt. So now I have about a $1,900 bill that is going to get shrunk demonstrably. And I have still my line of credit issues that I have to deal with.
You know what that sounds like? It sounds like you trade her in to get another car.
Fuck that shit.
Because literally my other car that I had, it was just sounding like your car was just kind of slowly falling apart over time. And then I was like, you know what? This car has such issues and problems that we should have to trade her in. So we just did.
Here's the difference. Here's the difference between my car and your car.
Yeah.
Because the thing that did your car in was
just use over time.
Yeah, it was like over 10 years old. Its transmission literally exploded.
Slow leak of the transmission.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the engine was fucked.
Engine was fucked there, bud.
Yeah. Here's the thing with this car. This car is like, for $400, I can get it, and like probably a weekend's worth of work, I can get it back up and running. And then I just take it to the mechanic, and I'm like, yeah, fix the serpentine belt and do a brake flush. And then I'm golden for another couple months, years. And then the one that constantly costs me money is the Mustang, and the Mustang, it's like, I could sell you, but I'm not going to, no matter what, because I love you too much. Eventually, your engine will be dropped and replaced with a brand, and your tranny will become a 6-speed. And Josh will be like, "Why are you spending so much money on this car, you fucking idiot?" And I'll be like, "Because fuck you, Josh. That's why." Yeah. As it has been foretold and spoken. Yeah. But yeah, no, like when they told me that, I was like, part of me was like very upset.
Yeah.
Because I was like, what do you mean you never changed the brakes on the car? And they're like, we never changed the brakes on the car. And I'm like, that
no wonder it sounds like a screaming banshee every time I even tap the brakes.
Oh, it doesn't do that. It just goes lug 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 because it's been sitting in a field.
Oh
yeah. When I took the car out of storage, there was rust on it. So I spray painted. It's a winter car, right? So it's a little bit. It's supposed to be a little bit rough around the edges, but like the next car I'm going to buy is probably going to be either an EV or it's either going to be a brand new EV or what? It's either going to be an EV or another or a GR Corolla. And the plan with that is pass the keys to my parents and just be like, okay, can this car stay in your garage? And you can drive it? Yes? Cool. Because eventually what will happen is they'll eventually be like, we're selling the trailer. We have this 3-bay garage. Why are you storing your EV here? Eventually. Yeah, because right, you have never been to their house.
No.
Ever. Either of them.
No.
Never. Yeah. You're going to have to ask your best friend, new best friend Noah, about the time he went over to my house as kids.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh. What kind of board do you want for your computer?
I honestly, if it works, that's great. That's pretty much my bar of entry. So I guess I'm gonna play video games on the damn thing, but that's about like in 3D graphics. So that's about it.
Because I just want to part out this PC, and it's really hard when it's like, here's a board I would select. Oh, it doesn't have. Oh. So then I have to look at Memory Express and I'm like, is this a good part? Is this an actual good part? It's great. Yeah. And then it's like, it's a great part. Okay, it's okay, great, fantastic. And then afterwards I'm like, why did I pick this board? What the fuck is wrong with me? MSI Tomahawk, back order 419. You know, Josh, I don't think that you really do. You know what, Josh? I don't think you need all of the fun overclocking features. I also don't think that you need. I think an Asus TUF will be good enough for you.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, because you're a tough boy, right? You're a tough boy, aren't you? You're the toughest boy around.
Sure. I mean, I think at the end of the day, if I ever go to like Memory Express or whatever, and I've got the extra money, I'm just gonna walk up to them, point at one of their pre-builds, and go, "That one."
I want a brand new. I don't want to build a computer.
I mean, it's pre-built, and like as far as when I remember looking at them, I was like, "Oh, this seems like everything I want." So,
Josh, I'm offended. I'm offended. Mostly hurt. Why would you do this to me?
I mean, at the end of the day, I'm also kind of not entirely computer illiterate. It's just when it comes to building it, I'm still a bit lost at everything.
You have like
'Cause I
multiple. You have multiple friends who've built computers.
Oh, I know. It's just that like every time they tell me stuff about it, I go, okay, I kind of remember this and that and the other thing. But when it comes to like actively trying to pick parts and whatever, it's always a bit confusing because their naming schemes for everything is always god awful. And also trying to remember what's the newest thing and what's the thing you should have to go with the certain part is like, I don't know. They don't explain it at all anywhere on this page where you're supposed to buy it from. So a lot of it is just confusion.
Okay, you don't need 64 gigs. You don't even need 32 gigs. We'll go with 64 gigs. Fuck it. Yeah, we'll go with, do you want RGB on your memory?
No.
Are you sure?
Or hell, if it's cheaper, then whatever.
Fine. Oh God, you fucking, oh jeez.
Like, I don't want like half of the dumb bullshit people put on the lights and all that junk. I'm like, I'm never staring at my computer, like, ever.
How could you do this? How could you do that? What is wrong with you?
I'm sorry. It's like I'm staring at my monitors more than I am at my computer.
No, you know what this comes off as, Josh? It comes off as, I'm sorry. I don't like to look at pretty lights on my computer. I'm a professional, sophisticated adult. You know, when I was picking out my car over at the dealership, and he's like, "What model of car you want?" I said the words, "I don't give a fuck," just as long as it has 4x, like, just as long as it can handle Canadian roads and it can. It's just, I just want a newer car. I don't give a shit.
The car could look like a giant poop emoji, and but I'm like, oh, does it handle the roads really well? He's like, yeah, it's the best there is, and I'm like, damn right, I'll take that.
You know what? I can't. I don't even know who you are anymore. What have you done?
Because like at the end of the day, like I every time I kept thinking about like the car shit, like car shit and computer shit, I'm like, can this run a video game very well? Yes, I don't care. Like, that's all I care. Like, everything else, I don't care. Just run a video game very well, good. Does this car run very well and it's not broken? Yes, good. I don't care.
I don't give a shit as long as it works.
Yeah, if anything, I was like, I want this car to be indestructible and not break, but that doesn't exist.
I want this car to suck my dick. Well, Josh, you can't get that.
Damn it! I know, it's disappointing.
Why? Okay, well, now that you said that, I'm slightly more disappointed in you just as a human being. It's not that you did anything particular, Josh, wrong. It's that you just disappoint me as a human being. Being with that comment there of like, I walked into a dealership and they asked me what kind of car I wanted. And I said I wanted a 4x4 and I really didn't give a fuck unless it drove well in the winter. It's like, Josh, this is the car that you're going to live with the next 4 years. You should at least know what you're going to buy. And you're like, nope.
Again, like, for people who are like, model of cars, yada yada, and I'm like, I don't know.
This is how you end up on Blue Sky, a place filled with child pedophiles.
No, that's Twitter. No, that's the internet.
No, that's Twitter. Sure, back in 2017, which Blue Sky is basically.
No, that's the internet.
Yeah, that's a true statement. I can't really argue with that one.
Yeah.
It's Josh is like, no, you. Okay, for graphics card, I'm just going to pick one that I think is good.
Mm-hmm.
No reason, but it won't be a 40. It will be probably a 4080. Because this is all I'm getting from you is like, I don't give a flying fuck. I just want it to work.
Yeah.
To which I'm going to go, okay, bitch. Fine, you will get a computer that works. And it sucks because EVGA no longer exists, so I can't be like, here, Josh, take this one. It's so much better. Why is a 40? Why are 4080s so goddamn expensive? What the fuck happened? Price cheapest. No, back. 4080 Pro or Asus TUF OC. Why? Is this something where I'm going to put like the Super up and it's actually going to be reasonably wow. Okay. You're going to go 4080 Super. Power supply requirements. What is the power supply requirements? 581 watts. You probably need a video case, but we'll go with a 750. We'll go with, you know what? Titanium platinum. We'll go with the 750 watt because power supplies are expensive. So 750 watts. All the way up to 2,000 because fuck you. Corsair SFP quiet. EVGA Corsair. Why are there so many fucking people with fucking actual power supplies? Everyone knows you go with Seasonic. And if you really are fucking desperate, you go with like EVGA. And Silverstone 2. Razer makes a power supply? What the fuck? Okay. Price. Okay. Corsair SF 750 Platinum. Yep, that's good enough. You will have Windows 11. We'll go with home because fuck you. For case. Do you want a dual chamber case? How big of a case do you want?
I don't know.
How cool of a case do you want?
A black box. How about, I don't know, something with a glass front or some shit.
Do you want to spend money or not?
Not really.
Do you want to keep your current case and just rip the board out?
I think I want a slightly bigger case.
Do you want to?
I forget what the hell it is though. It just says thermal take. Yes. Yeah. It's probably an AT. Oh, what's it? The model
ATX.
Yeah, it's probably that.
I like how I look up height and I'm like, okay, this won't be that expensive, and it's like $300 for a case, and it's like, okay, no.
Although I'll probably need the freaking engine cooler on top of the CPU. Probably.
You have a water cooler.
I don't certainly want that.
You don't want a water cooler.
I don't want to deal with the water.
You don't have to fill the water up.
It evaporates over time.
No, it doesn't.
What? How?
It's a closed system.
And how?
It's like your car radiator.
Oh, yeah, but that still has to be filled.
Yes, after like 5 years.
Okay.
Or 10. One of my current computers has lasted 10 years.
All right.
sorry for yelling, but like,
I'm like, I don't know, just like when I hear water-filled system, I'm like, I don't want to. Air's fine. If air's cheaper, then you should go with that.
let me tell you something, Jeff. I just buy air coolers because they're cool.
Because air. And tell you the truth, I kind of like when my computer overheats a little bit, and it makes my room a little warmer in the winter.
I just want my room to be a little bit warmer in the winter. Okay, you know what? Fuck it. I'll just choose the most expensive case I can. You go with a mid tower, because fuck you. Because you pissed me off with that comment. No, you don't get a 4000D. NZT, no, we don't like NZT. They're fucking cocksuckers. Fantex, we could go with Fantex, but you know what? My boy Josh, he just needs quality. So you know what? We're just gonna go with fuck it. Corsair 4000D. Your total is $4,268.05.
How much is it?
$4,000. So $5,000.
And I kind of want that. That's a bit expensive.
That's not including the one upgrade I would make.
What's that?
What's that?
Yeah.
What's that? He says. Okay, I'm adding it. Yes. Iron Pro, $610. 24 terabyte. So, your computer right now, as it is, because I'm assuming you have you also have a gaming SSD.
Do I have I have an SSD. I don't know if it's a gaming SSD.
I'm assuming you have an SSD that you store all your games on.
No, I have a analog drive that I store my games on.
Okay, well, we can port those all over, and then you can get... Okay, then I'll add another drive. How big's your current drive?
Let me look. Hold on. This button? Oh, no, wait, it's this button. I have an 7.27 terabyte drive.
So you have an 8 terabyte drive?
Yeah.
Okay. That's going to be a little bit more expensive.
That's why it's analog. If anything, if I remember correctly, I think I ripped it out of what was it? One of those. At the time, it was one. It's like if you. At the time, it was the only way you could get an 8 terabyte drive was one of those portable ones.
Yeah. So
I ripped it out of the portable one and shoved it in my computer.
Okay, so your computer, which is top of the line, is Ryzen 7 9800X3D, 4.78 core processor. Arctic Freezer Liquid 2. We'll change that out for a liquid cooler because Josh is like, I like the liquid coolers.
I don't like it.
Don't. I don't like the liquid cooler.
I don't want to fill it with disgusting water. It gets everywhere.
I just want the best. Okay, fine. Well, fuck you. You're a piece of shit. You can have a nice giant. Which is basically going to give you the equivalent performance, and it's 200.
I find it interesting that the video card is insane, and also the 8 terabyte solid state drive is insane as well.
Well, you need the best. We got you the best.
Oh, totally.
Yeah. See, Josh, I'm an asshole. I'm not that big of an asshole.
See, this is the problem. It's like, oh, I want a budget. I kind of want a mid-tier budget CPU, and then they all start slapping a bunch of expensive shit in there, and it's like that's
okay. So that price is actually inflated.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, so like if you go on Memory Express, it's like $600, and I'm like, that's actually quite reasonable for what you're getting, and you can downgrade that CPU as need be. Fuck you. You get a D15. Fuck off. So your total is 620. Yeah, the new one is a lot cheaper. Is not as cheap, but it is basically AMD Ryzen 1700, Noctua an HD 15, Asus TUF X70, 64 gigabytes of RAM, and you can lower that down to 32 gigs, and you'd probably save a little bit of money. 500 gig SSD for a boot drive, Ironwall 24 terabyte drive you can scrap, the 8 terabyte drive that you basically would just use as your game drive. 480 Super, which is expensive, and golly, I'm sorry to hear for you. Asus 4000D. Is that 4000D? 4000D. Airflow case. It's mid-tower case. Corsair 700 SF 750. Platinum certified. And Microsoft Windows Home 11. So, you can thank me later. It's cheaper than my computer, which is about... Oh, fuck. That's a lot of money. Oh, apparently... Oh. 22,000 Canadian? 2,200 Canadian? Wow. Let's switch that to Canadian. Canadian. Oh, it just switched over to the old parts list. Use Mark 3. Beast Mark 3 would be about $9,000. So, oh, and that's not even including all the new parts I'm going to get for it. So, fuck me.
Hooray!
Yeah. Shall we sync and start the show?
Probably should.
Sync in 3, 2, 1.